remembering to press the right button. Good evening all. Bounce on my chair. I hope you're well. Hope you can hear me and see me clearly. I'm just going to move that out of the way so I don't have to look at my ugly face. There we go. Hi Aileen. Hi Tomic, by the way. Good of you all to be here on a bog standard Tuesday night edits because there's nothing to celebrate anymore. If you noticed, I even took on the waiting thing. I even took out the bit that says episode whatever because it's just going to be Tuesday night edits from now on. So yes, we're going to get rid of the numbers. We're not going to obsess about anything number related, and for another 100 or so weeks. You never know. We might actually get to the next one. You never know, you never know. Good evening, Peter. Loud and clear, excellent. Afternoon, Ozzy. Good to see you. Hi, Paula. Good evening to you. Happy 101. Indeed, Peter. 101 bloody episodes. Started anyway. Right, let's shut these things down. And then I can free up some memory. And do all that. So I hope you're all well. I hope you've weren't too hungover after last week. I think that's the first time I've drank a bottle of wine in an evening for a long time. So needless to say, there was a smidgen of a cloth-headed come Wednesday morning. But I very much enjoyed myself last week. I hope you did too. Obviously going forward, hi Stephanie. Randomly at certain points, I will for the Patreon followers, I will do another pre-show type of thing at some stage, along with probably like a monthly Patreon Zoom chat type of thing as well. So keep an eye out for those. But there will probably the pre-show, Tuesday pre-show type thing will probably happen quite randomly, because some of it might depend on how quick when I actually just join. So we'll see. Hi Justin, evening. Hope you are streaming. Well, you wouldn't have been streaming since Sunday or whatever day it was. But yes, enjoyed watching you stream over on Twitch. Hope you are getting more followers. Hi Jerome, good to see you as well. Who made it to the end of Zoom last week? There was a few of us. We didn't extend it. We just did a 40-minute post show. I think everybody enjoyed that. Probably something to do again in the future. Quite good fun. Although I think a pre-show is probably better. Evening, Kazi. Hope you are well. Good to see you last week as well. Fantastic. Right. Yes, streaming tonight as well, Justin. Right. If anybody wanted to watch Justin play games, head over to his Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/AmongTheDead96, I think it is, Justin, if I remember rightly. And you've updated loud. So anyways, even if you're not into watching Justin play games, go follow him, because following will help him. So, right. So tonight, I actually went out this week. Shut up, phone. Unless that's a wicket. Yeah, but it's for the wrong team. Yeah, so I actually went out last week, so I have new data to play with. Isn't that nice? I crossed the border into Bonnie, Scotland. Made it nearly all the way to Edinburgh, but not quite. So we did along the coastline. So we have some images from there to play with, to watch, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to do that. I'm just going to shut that down. Tantallon was one of the places we went to. Hi Stan, good to see you. Right, so I'll give you a little bit of a look on where we were, what kind of images you might see coming up in the future. If I remember how to be able to work this damn thing, right? That's the button, right? So obviously, if you went by the image on the thumbnail, Tantallon Castle here from beach at Seacliff. Fantastic view. So I shot some of that. So we've got some ICM data. Some of it's a bit crap. Some of it's all right. So we'll play around with that. So we're going to do Tantallon Castle tonight, but do keep an eye out on my socials for shots of what do you call it, Bass Rock here. I did some long exposures of that. Some of them are not really successful because my camera craft is poor at the minute. Severely out of practice. There might even be a humorous video coming out about a professional photographer unable to make photographs. So yes, I was a bit crap that day. So obviously we went back to Cove, so we've got some images from Cove, excuse me. When we were driving through a certain village, there was this lovely church right next to the road, so I took some shots of that. I do like a church now and again to make these images that I make. So yeah, looking forward to playing with some of them. Some long exposures there, and then to round off the day we went back to Cove, so I shot some more long exposures. So looking forward to processing these and a few ICM versions. I thought I'd picked more of them out. Anyways, so those are the kind of things you'll be seeing in the near future, some of which I might have time to edit when I'm not actually streaming. Some of them I might edit on a random Twitch stream. I don't know, I might do Twitch things. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, tonight we're going to start with the Tantallon Castle stuff, which I did go through the other day and just kind of picked out images that I thought might be able to work with. Some of these are a bit pants, but we'll yeah, well, I mean, my sensor is pretty dirty as well. So we have, yeah, some ICM of Tantallon Castle. Because of distances, I did shoot some stuff with my 70 to 200mm lens, which is very hard to control. So some of this is a bit not ideal. And then I did switch to the 16 to 35, but at 35mm. So I've got a little bit more control with that. But again, it's not the best shots. So I think my best shots were non-ICM shots. So right, let's quit whittering on, Andy. Let's make some images. So we've got so some like these ones where it's a bit more zoomed in, or from the 70 to 200. And obviously when you've got a big weighty thing, it's hard to get the positioning right. So all this data is not ideal. So very hard to control. I just had to really pick some of the ones that were as good as I could get. Some of these I really liked. A lot of these marks and tones in here, so they've got nothing to do with the castle or the sea and the scene leading up to it. So I just kind of picked these out because of these marks and the tones in here. Quite liked them, but obviously some of them will actually be useful for making this image, hopefully, fingers crossed. So I'm just going to mark some of these too with the ones I'm actually going to use. So I'm going to mark that one, that one, that one, yeah, that one, There, out of there. That one. We'll go for that one for the bit of structure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of it. Yeah, right, okay. Grand, so we'll work on these. I'm just gonna, god damn it, keep selected and work off this one to get things organized. Right, sort out all the settings. It's a it is a quite interesting place. It's a beautiful beach. Beautiful scene once you get around to the end of the beach and look around the corner and get this scene. Lovely stuff. It is probably the choice view of this castle from the actual land side. It's not that pretty to me anyway. So got some de-spotting to do. I think it has appeared in a few films as well. I do recall. I think one of the times I do remember it being in was it the Mary Queen of Scots film with Saoirse Ronan and the one that was Harley Quinn. What's she called? Margot Robbie. The Mary Queen of Scots film that they were in. I'm sure there was a scene with this in the background. So just clean these up. I think I did shoot this at f11, so we have got a few dust spots to get shot of. Hi Kangaroo, yes, YouTube does tend to do that to live streams. It's really quite annoying. Right, that's probably alright, and then we'll do for now. Done, that's all cleaned up. Evening, Stephen. Hope you're well. I hope you managed to clean your carpet from your red wine spillage. Hopefully somebody in the house wasn't too mad. Right, noise reduction is normal. Let's try auto just to see. Let's undo that. Highlights don't need anything. Just open up the shadows quite significantly. And just drop on whites just a little bit. A little bit of black in there for a little bit of contrast. Let's keep that about there. Do we add in texture? No. Let's leave that alone. Alright, that'll do. Anything else we need to change? The white balance, let's just have a flick through some of these. It's a bit warm. It's a bit cool. Is that much difference from auto? Actually, I pressed the wrong thing. So cloudy, yeah, that's better. It's a bit more normal. Excuse me. I will just it's Justin going live. Yeah, right. Yeah, let's stop playing around, Danny. Yeah, this is probably all right. Warm tones, blue or natural blues. Carpet and you survived. Congratulations, Stephen. Well managed, sir. Right. So we will. What am I going to do here? Is there anything more I need to do here at the minute? Not really. I'll just sync these across them all, see how they all look. Let me view them. I'll do it then. Right, okay, it's a bit light on the highlights. That's come out all right. Probably only going to use that one for a bit of texture. Okay. And this one, yeah, I'll just have to see how they blend together. Open his layers in Photoshop and off we go. While we wait. Anybody get any stories to tell them? We might have 5 minutes while this loads up. Been a lovely day up here in the northeast. Gorgeous sunshine, warm temperatures, long may this continue, although I look out the window now and it's blowing like mad. Hopefully those are warm winds though. I'm not ready for winter yet. Not the cold winter anyway. Still waiting for this to load. Oh, I might have to Google that one, Aileen. Well, me. Copy. Just going to move that off the screen. Images of Craig Leather. That could make for some interesting interesting. This is a very Scottish castle, isn't it? If it wasn't so pinkish yellowish, it would look like Drickware House. A little bit anyway. Very good. Ooh, I quite like that one. Obviously faked, but faked quite well. Yeah, that would be a good one to shoot, providing you could get away from its backdrop. Very good, very good. Right, that loaded. Fantastic. Let's blend some of these together. Must be a lot of pink paint up that way. Right. We're going to have to do some rearranging here, obviously. Yep. Lots of rearranging. Excuse me. I start that. Yeah. Let's start with that there and rearrange around it. Something like that. Gonna end up having to move them all across. Like that. refine it a little bit more once we get... Right, there we are, lined up. Evening, Andrew. Yes. Right, let's try another blend mode. Not that one, you muppet. Right, I'm just going to do some refinement on the overlaying here, just so everything's kind of in line. There we are. That was in the right place. Obviously, I don't need to be very precise on where they go. I'm just going to knock that off there. This one, we can barely make it out. There. That one, I'm actually going to switch these on. About there. Sometimes getting these lined up can be quite hard work. I saw something about that, Jerome. Yeah, about the you can like edit it and then like work on it and then go back into it. So you can kind of return to it easier than what you could beforehand, which is all right, I suppose. Like you say, if it's Lightroom only, it's gonna have a limited appeal for me. I'm not sure what this blend's gonna do. It's not gonna look anything like the bloody thing. Softly, if I take off that layer, what's it look like? Not great. Oops. Right, okay. Didn't mean that. There was a layer. This layer, I think. Change this one to lighten. That's better. That's lit the foreground up beautifully. Gonna reduce the opacity on this top one because this is the one with all the detail in it. Don't like detail. I would keep doing that, Alien, until the point where it breaks. Just keep on. You don't want to give them too much money. Which layer is making that very bright? None of them. Combination of them all. Right. Just going to play with some individual layers just to see what each one kind of does, how it affects the image overall. Shoot up, add. Looking at the odd versions, not the odd versions, soft light, that's what the default was. Just looking for a little bit of inspiration here because there's not much jumping out at me right now. There's very little jumping out. Right, softly. Obviously these ones will have different effects because that layer, this layer here is lightened, so it's going to have very little effect. I'm just concerned that there's a lot of blankness up here. So I might have to start getting rid of some edges and seeing what happens. You can tell I'm completely out of practice with working with these, because I haven't got a bloody clue anymore. I'm also very tired. Right, let's start wiping out some of these hard edges. I missed a dust spot. God damn it. Now I am doing these quite haphazard, so they might look terrible when we blend them, when we activate all the layers again. Especially something like this. Might go longer actually. Yeah. Right, activate all layers again, see what it's like. So, see, it's changed it quite a bit. Now you've got this horrible area down here. So, what we probably want. Let's go back into that. I'm actually going to try to remove a lot of this sky. Just need to bring it down in strength. That one. That's better. That's better. I mean, it's not brilliant. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to change all these, the blend modes on here, seeing how they work. Right, soft light, wasn't it? Apart from that one, which was lighten. Hi Diane, good to see you. You come to watch me struggle tonight. Yeah, that's the layer that's got the horrible dust spot on. I'm about to do that dust spot thingy. There you go, that's a shot of that. Right, I need a adjustment layer and Ooh. Hi, Benny. Welcome to the stream. Right, I think this is starting to look a little bit more promising than what it was 10 minutes ago, when I haven't got a bloody clue. Right. We've got this area here of the waves breaking. That is alright. We have got this horrible bit here, but hopefully once it gets in Analog Efex Pro, hopefully that'll go, kind of go right. Alright, Benny. Well, you should have been here earlier. Been struggling for half an hour. Right, yeah. I thought I'd get something easy out of this, but evidently not. It is a tricky location because you do have a lot of foreground. You got all these rocks, and the tide was coming in, so I didn't really want to be getting to the point further up where I had no rocks in front of me, because I was thinking I wasn't going to get back. So I'm just going to have to basically go for it like this and hope, fingers crossed, that Analog Efex Pro can get me out of this hole. So we'll open that up at this point and see what happens. So yeah. Well, good to see the Nightbot is keeping everybody, keeping the stream busy. Come on. Oh, loading, right. So, looking at my presets, everything seems to be, because it's quite light dominated, seems to be not a lot on offer straight away. Yeah, let's not even look at that one. Let's get into the big collection. See if there's anything vaguely appealing. Maybe not. Maybe not. Have you finished the innings yet? Shut up. Look at wickets. Look at wickets. What's that, 6? Right. Sorry about that. Right. This has the potential of working with. It was nearly nice there straight away. Yeah, something like that might work. Exposure balance. That's. You know what it is? I think there's too much detail. Maybe you need to get rid of that detail there. For it to work like that, that might actually kind of work like that. Let's see any other presets I can see potential in. What's that one like? Yeah. Yeah. No. Nope. 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 We're struggling, people. We're struggling. All right, let's have a look at this one. See, there is something when it's kind of like that. Going to take that. I'm going to come out of here, and I'm going to take that detail layer out altogether. So it's that layer. It is just adding far too much detail in this area. Take that layer out of there, and then back in Analog Efex Pro, and then hopefully that one was the classic Dunstanburgh preset with some tweaks we'll maybe get something out of. Fingers crossed. Me probably tapping my arms probably wasn't doing anything for the sound rattling through the microphone. Imported one. C classic, that's the one. Not off lens vignette for the moment. Double exposure. Move that up. See, already there's a, you know, the lack of detail is helping things. You've got a lovely mark here. Really quite like that. So you can just about make out the rocks and the breaking waves. It's quite nice. Yeah, it's too dark. Maybe position that elsewhere. Or not position. Yeah, actually probably could keep it. Maybe weaken it a tad. Something like that. Right, so the double exposure module, if we balance that back to halfway, go plus, keep going. No. Just about, yeah, just enough to get rid of the the real darkness in there. Just gonna maneuver this around just to see if anything else jumps out. Sure, ordinary photography is way easier than all this. This is all hard. Right, yeah. Foregrounds and stuff. It's just too dark, isn't it? Too dark. Background that way. I think it was over here somewhere. Use a little tweak. Move that across there because we now have that line there. Because I turned it around. Change of size. Something like that. Who needs ordinary? Indeed, Stephen. Indeed. Right. Basic adjustments. Let's just clarify some of this. I'll leave that. Thing is, I mean, it is a restriction on the location, is because a lot of that bay, there's so much rock in it. Can't really get that minimal where it's castle, cliff face, no foreground. You know how much I don't like a foreground. And it's hard to get rid of, and then because of the balance, it's kind of foreground's more than what the cliff and the castle is in the background. That's the one thing that's kind of causing me to be a bit because there's no definitive shape in the foreground. There's no, there's no reason for that foreground to be so apparent because there's nothing there. It's a struggle. Very big struggle. Brightness. Very much a case of the delights of not knowing what you're going to be doing at the start. No direction at all. You just struggle. Try a few of these different shades. It might be a case that this needs to come back in a second time. That actually kind of nearly works. Yeah, I think it works better there. Than having all that green in it. And doing natural warm up via another method. I'm glad at that, Diane, because that's what they are. That's like the realistic view of it. Put how much light into it? Oh, just a wee bit. It's the green in it, that's the problem of this. No, I'm not happy. Not a happy camper. No, I'm going to come back into this. I'm going to come back into this because I am not happy. Well, I'm happier there, but I'm going to save the OK. This goes back into Photoshop. I'm going to bring the same file back into Analog Efex Pro, and then have another look at the what you call it? The presets again. People twitching. Right, let's see. Analog Efex Pro back into there. So I think there will be some color adjustments to do to this, even if this bit doesn't work. So it's just not quite there. Not there to my liking. Pardon me for the noise making. just thinking. That's one I was on before. It's just a bit red. It's a bit warm. That one still doesn't work. Tricky. It kind of nearly worked there. I'm just going to maneuver this again. So what I'm thinking here is that you've got this fleck of white here. That's like waves, obviously. And it's just about getting balance right, other than that. You know, is it going to lend itself to the softer side of things, or does it need texture and contrast? It's tricky. I suppose it could do, Jerome, yeah. Wouldn't be so bad if this wasn't so blurry in the middle. If it wasn't looking so soft in the middle, it just feels like there's nothing. Yeah, like an unfinished painting where you've kind of roughly done the outside, but the middle's left. That's basically because that's what it started out as. Right, abandon that one. No. Let's just have a proper look through these before overcommitting. I think it might be a case of this one just doesn't quite work. It's quite frustrating having to actually admit that it doesn't quite work. Yeah, it doesn't work at all. And is that working a fashion? I don't know. Oh, exposure park. Balance that. Oh yeah. It'll work a little bit because you've got the breakers here. I mean, this is going very much back into my picturesque kind of style. That is very much like that. I don't know if I want to do that kind of thing anymore. Right, I'm actually gonna revert that back to normal. Just have a little play around with just the RGB curve. This one's a bloody struggle. Oh. Who'd be a bloody photographer that makes it hard for themselves? Why can't I just be one of them photographers that just presses the shutter and that's it? Tension. I'm gonna put me bloody head through this screen soon. What else do you do? Soul destroyingly tricky. I'm doing a terrible job of entertaining this evening. Oh, that's just bad. Really is just bad. Blend if isn't gonna fix this because I need something to blend with. I mean blend if. Excuse me. Alright, that's doing an alright job. Let's just dial it back a smidge. Fine. Yeah, that's like it. Something. That's maybe a little bit better. Right, basic adjustments. I'm going to play with this. Turn that on. Turn the contrast down to. Well, one thing's for certain, we're not going to make a masterpiece tonight. That's for certain. God, go away. Right, let's turn up the detail. Please be buckets. I think we're going to win that. Is it now too busy? The pain. The pain when it's not working. Actually, yeah, just reducing that detail things back to there makes all the difference. Right. Right, I'm going to OK that. Back into Photoshop. And then, what else am I going to do to it to try to fix it? Right. Curve adjustment layer. No, not that much. About. Well, actually, I could go that much and then just try to fix it with opacity. So what I'm going to do here is a gradient filter on him. Obviously, curves adjustment layer comes with a mask. I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to draw a gradient here in a straight line. Lightens the foreground, keeps the dark. That looks. I just glance across to this screen, and it looks terrible. So I need to also make another adjustment layer. I need to not lighten it that much. Just a wee bit. Right, okay, and then do it the other way. Going up this way. So it's how wee man. What's it like without them? With just that one. With just that one. Them both. Right, okay. It's a reasonable balance, I think. We can tweak more in Lightroom. I'm desperate to change the colour because the colour sucks. You can mention it, Jerome, if you wish. But yeah, I mean, inverting is definitely an option. Just trying to get this colour balance right. Jesus. -1 makes all the difference. I go for here. This horrible colour. Not that much. I pulled this up. Half. Oh, Diane, my God. Oh, that would give me serious nightmares. Well, it obviously is giving you serious nightmares now. Jesus, I couldn't cope if I did that. Right. Very calmly and easily move that back. That's a little bit better. And when I turn it on and turn it off again, it makes no difference whatsoever. Typical. Right. We are going to reduce the strength of that. To about there. Right. Right then. I'm going to do a image thingy, like assemble into the one. I bet you, Diane, jeez. Oh, that's awful. Absolutely bloody awful. Right, what was I going to do this? I was going to do what Peter said, and invert it. I can find the bloody invert flaming. Where's the bloody invert thing? Invert, there we go. I don't think this one's going to work like that, Peter. Yeah, hopefully one of the options, some option works. My God. No, that's not. That's not going. I don't think. Not going to work. No. Ah, right. You meant that. I don't think that's going to work either. I'll do that. No, nearly. I'm not hating this completely. Right. Peter, it's still crap upside down. What we could do though is let's pick that. No. Nope. Nope. If it wasn't right there. Well, it would give you an option that. Overlay, soft light. The weird ones. None of them. Right, okay. Normal. Looking up around that way. Right, okay. What's on screen? No, that doesn't work. Right, I am just delaying the inevitable. That. No, I really don't like it. Oh, ice photography so bloody hard. It's that right. To hell with it. I'm declaring this one pretty much done, apart from it going back into Lightroom for a crop. I think it's only going to be one crop, and maybe a little bit of slider action. This one is not one of the better ones. You know, not all of them can be salvaged. That's the thing about this. Obviously limitations on location. You know, the prime example of don't use your 70 to 200 to try to do ICM. So I think the ones that were shot at 35mm will be better or easier to work with. I hope. You'll be able to get a better range of movement, so therefore all the foreground will be wiped out more, so I've got more chance of getting something in the center of the frame to work around. Right, that's that saved. Back to Lightroom. That looks even worse in Lightroom. But what I am going to do, I'm going to do a circly filtery thing, whatever it's called. I'm going to slap it across the middle of there. I'm going to zero them out, and I'm going to clarity, or maybe it's texture. Texture. Oh, why does it spoil the colour when it does this? Yeah, I mean, if I think if I was doing your tape, Stephanie, I would use my 7200 because I'm just go, like horizon line or whatever, the subject prairie or whatever, very much straight lines. It's like because I'm using the camera to turn around quite a lot. That it is. I can't even add contrast because all the oranges just come out. Right, bollocks to it. Done, fine. Yeah, right. Simple crop here. 9x5. Really down into here. Best of a bad situation, I think. Let's try another one. See, my original plan for tonight was to do a long exposure edit. Wish I'd stayed on it now. My God, 60x9 make any bloody difference. It's cropped up there a bit. Then the waves kind of tell a little bit more of a story. Maybe. It kind of maybe balances it a little bit more, and then all the work that I did around this kind of area is kind of gone. It's not ideal. When it comes down to it, the subject isn't strong enough. So yeah. Taking us an hour to find that out, hasn't it? Andy makes a rubbish picture for a change. First one in an age. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, that bit definitely works, Peter. For me, in this kind of area, it's just a pity that the rest of the image couldn't come out as well like that. Need some better data for the outline of the castle. Had I gone to the edge of all the rocks that were there, all of this foreground wouldn't be there. Would be looking at sea, cliffside. A lot easier to shoot, a lot easier to work with the data, but you've just got that much stuff in front of you. Obviously you can see from the kind of position I was shooting from, it's like this. You can see all the rocks in the foreground, so pretty much wherever you're going to go you can't get a shot of them. I think even at high tide a lot of these are going to be shown. At high tide you wouldn't get anywhere near to be able to see this anyway. This particular view, I don't think anyway. So a tough one, but I do something. I've got this kind of data. I can do like a false long exposure with this kind of stuff, and hopefully get something nice out of that. But otherwise, yeah, you can really, you can really see all the foreground that there was. You can see it's all just rock, so you can never get to the edge of it to get a shot of it all. So yeah, problems. Ooh, excuse me. Must learn to go to bed at times. I mean, it's not far off what it's actually there. I would like the castle to be a bit stronger, but hey ho, can't win them all, they say. Anyway, right. Seeing as that's been a bloody disaster, I think it's probably time to call it a night. So even though it's been rubbish, I hope you enjoyed watching me struggle. It does happen. So when you struggle on your own images, Just remember that everybody struggles on their images. So don't worry about that. So yeah, right. Between the two. They're both a bit naff. I wonder, one last crop. I wonder if I go for something 4x5. What do we get there? Do we get... It's a bit tight. Right, anyways, that will definitely do for tonight. I didn't even show you the bloody thing on the screen, did I? Apologies. Yeah, the crop that I did, the 4x5 crop, was that. Aye. Right. Back to that. So just remember, if you haven't already, the calendars are available for pre-order. You can go to andrewsgray.bigcartel.com if you would like one of them. What else is coming up? Newsletter should be in your inboxes tomorrow. I've got one page left to do, and it's the print of the month page, which means I have to print something and make it available and all that. So there's a bit of background work to do on that, but hopefully, if I've got anything on tomorrow morning, fingers crossed, that will be in your inboxes after lunch UK time. So thanks, Barry. Benny, sorry. Can't even read. My eyesight's getting worse. Sorry. Yes, so newsletter tomorrow at some stage, unless I get distracted by something else. So, right. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hopefully I haven't lost too many of you on the way, but enjoy the rest of your evening. Best of luck to Diane with our image recovery. I hope that goes well. Really do. Fingers crossed for you. And thanks for everybody for watching. So we'll catch you in the next. It's definitely a place to revisit, Stephen. It's high on the list to revisit. It's gonna need to be back in the habit of making images to probably get the best from it. You never know. It might actually even need a dull day because it was quite sunny when we were there. So we'll just have to see what happens. So, right. And anyways, I'll be tinkering away with images over the next week, and you may well see others pop up on the various social medias. So, right. Thank you all very much, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks Stephanie. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks, Den. Thanks, Ozzy. Thanks, Gazzy. Been good to see you all. Thank you, everybody. Kangaroo, Peter, Aileen, if she's still around. Everybody that's been in chat, everybody who hasn't been in chat as well, thank you very much for watching. And until the next one, keep hard. See ya.